All right, and welcome back to episode 069er, nice. Of the OK Podcast, powered by the Strength Co. I'm your host, Grant Broggi. We've had zero technical difficulties today as we broadcast live from across the globe, the FDO's downrange. I'm joined by Mr. Jeff Buege. I had some jokes about it in the first 4 times we tried to do the opening. I forgot them now. And they were good. They don't seem as funny to me anymore. They were good. I'll save them for next week when I'm in the mood. And Mr. Trey Gottlich, Robert Gottlich III, joining us from Amarillo, Texas. I hope to get there by morning, Trey. Hopefully. I think if I leave right now, I'll make Cheyenne. Wish she wrote any of those songs. That would have been cool. Podcast is powered by Strength Co. Brought to you by BW Tax. Tax season's over. It's never too late to start leaning into next year. Speaking of taxes, speaking of money, speaking of being rich, Bitcoin 95,074.27. If you woke up Friday morning, we're looking for the OK Podcast. Sorry, we're not sorry. Everyone was doing the 2018 Cobra Gold after action review. So we couldn't quite get to recording on time, but we're here. Another week, another episode. We're still recorded within the same week. We're hitting all the wickets. TNR evals going well. We're a trained unit, and we just want to stay that way. With that, I'll kick it over to the 3.
Now it's the debate. Do I go back into the same spiel that we did last time? Yeah, let's go for it. All right, gents, just getting back off a leave. I'm in email defilade. You know what they say. Enemy gets a vote. I'm just deleting emails, not even reading them, resetting. Obviously I've got my stand-up desk I need to get back to with the portrait style monitor, right? I've got 4 that are horizontal, 2 that are portrait style, because you have to have both of them if you want to be an effective and efficient and deadly and lethal and combat effective and warfighter a staff officer. So let's go ahead and kick this off.
For Mr. Gottlich. Mr. Gottlich. Actually, you're Mr. Gottlich. You're like that random civilian employee that like sits in the back of the meeting that no one knows who he is. And it's like, why is this guy here? Do you know what he's talking about with the portrait monitors?
No idea.
I don't know when they hit the like Marine Corps officer world by storm. But everyone wants to turn their monitor sideways now. It's crazy.
I've seen like people a bunch of dorks who people who code do it.
Yeah, coders.
Y'all coding? Is that what y'all do now?
Coding Python.
Y'all hacking the mainframe?
But they definitely saw someone that was coding and was like, oh, that guy knows how to use a computer. So I'm going to also look like I know how to use a computer.
Hey, it's Trash X. Keep these sidebars to a minimum. Stay back on track.
Gentlemen, see, Trey's embracing it.
Portrait now. Wow. If you're not watching on YouTube, go check it out. Trey's rotated 90 degrees.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay. All right. As you were, gentlemen, as you were, the one, what you got? Admin shop. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. If you look at the slide, the numbers are there. I'm going to read them to you. Please do not add them up because they won't add up. And the numbers in parentheses are attachments. But even though they're attachments, we're going to leave them in parentheses because we are one team. But the 3270 has not been run. So they're attached, but they're not. And so they're not in our numbers, but like half of them are,
parentheses,
but not all of them. So they're in parentheses. And also, we don't have them in our GTCC hierarchy yet, but we've reached back out and the numbers are wrong, but there's the slide. Nothing more from the one.
Thank you, one. Deuce 2. What intel we got?
Sir, this is the Deuce Chief. The Deuce is on leave. I'm a Lance Corporal. I just wanted to let you know that
I'm going to do a quick brief of the O plan real quick as a Lance Corporal.
That's good.
Nothing for the 2 shop, sir.
Thank you.
I can't wait for this new guest that we've totally skipped. every single meeting, and it's just going to hit you guys out of left field, and you're going to love it. But he's not till the end. Keep going.
Okay. 3 shop. Like I said, I'm just catching back up from emails, so we'll get spun up together. We'll do 3 shop. If you're ops type, if you're ops Bubba, go ahead, stay after. We're gonna do a quick circle up. Circle the wagons, get resynced, get reoriented. Declinate my compass and all that. Find true north and keep going. Push forward.
So this is Trash 5. I know you've been out and you're in defilade. If you need some suppressing fires from any of my team, any of the guys from H&S, you let me know. We can help. We can help the 3 shop. One team, right?
One team.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, 5.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take you over to the 4 shop. Let's talk logistics. What do you got?
Well, amateurs talk tactics.
Oh.
Well, professionals talk logistics. That's what we've always said.
That is true.
Never stop saying it.
It's true.
Trey, that's you. You're the 4.
So pretty much for the 4 shop, the only thing I need to know is for the next field event, I just need a head count of the Marines going out there so we can order the correct number of MREs and make sure that the trash receptacles are set up in the locations that have dropped. They're going to be next to the porta potties that I've submitted up to regiment. That's all I have, sir.
Real quick, sir. This is the 4 gunny. And I know my replacement's already on deck, and I'm not really here that much, but my replacement's on convalescent leave, and I'm in the middle of doing my VERT package. You old timers will get that reference. But anyway, I just want to say, with the new trash order that came out, MAR-Admin trash, it specifically states that plastic is different than metal, which is different than aluminum, which is different than cardboard. And when you throw away your aluminum cans, and if they have a friggin' doggone wrapper on them, I need the wrapper to come off the can and go with the trash. And then the can goes in its own bin. Okay, that goes for Gatorade bottles, water bottles, MRE heaters, anything you may have. The wrapper comes off the bottle and the trash gets separated, or we're going to get a fine. Okay, we're going to get a fine. And I'm going to pretend like it comes out of my paycheck. So please, everyone, do that. That's it.
Yeah, where does that
Trash 6?
come
Thanks
from?
for what you do, Gunny. Thanks for staying engaged to the end. We appreciate it.
Like if the unit gets where does that the 111 does they have just like a bank account that gets charged? Like,
thanks Obama.
Where do these fines come out of?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Sidebar. Excuse me. I digress.
Keep the sidebars to a minimum.
My mind is still on leave. I'm getting back. I got to snap back in.
Definitely.
Gotta snap in, do the grass week, for my email.
Definitely.
Who's next? Medical. What do we got?
We have a shot X on Friday. It goes from 08 to 16:30, but don't be surprised if you come at 15:30 and the docs decide to end it early. So we say it's 08 to 16:30 and it's all hands, but if you come at 16, we're going to be done.
Very well. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll have every single person in the battalion there at 07.
Yeah, sir. We were kind of thinking an efficient way to do it would just be to send all 1,200 Marines and sailors there at one time.
I think that's
and funnel it through one door.
Yes.
And because we're unable to control smaller formation groups to stagger. So we're just going to do all hands. And it looks like on Friday, it's going to be 95 degrees with a humidity of 100 and clear sunshine. So the Marines will just stand outside the chapel where we're going to do the shot X, because that's where we always do the shot X, is in the chapel, because it's very sanitary in there. Yep. And they'll just bake in the sun. And basically, some of the Marines will wait for about 7 hours, and then we'll decide to end it early, and they'll just get sent back to the barracks. So it's how we've always done it. We'll never stop doing it. It's what we like to do at medical. That's all, sir.
That's great. Tradition. Yeah. It's one of our bedrocks. 6 shop S6. Talk to me, Camo.
Comms up.
Okay.
Okay.
Who comes after the 6 shop? All right, our special staff career planner. Any updates?
We got Dakota Myers re-enlisted. So that's good. What the news won't tell you is he's in the SMCR. So, what I like to say about reservists is they're freeze-dried. They're freeze-dried at whatever rank they left as. So if he ends up being a gunny, really, he's just a corporal because he's a freeze-dried reservist. But we got him, and that was big. Sergeant Major talked about it. It was real big.
And you did the re-enlistment package for that? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're alluding to?
I'm a career planner, so basically.
Okay. You planned his career. That's
I planned his career. Yeah.
Work. Yep. Outstanding work. Well, the Fro, the MIFLIC, and the what other acronym? They're all fired. We don't have those anymore.
Yeah. Thanks, Doge.
We've got one gunny that's on terminal leave covering down on all those. So we're very
He's
well
also
supported.
the sapper and the UVA.
Outstanding. And he also makes plaques in his garage. Basically Monday through Friday, he makes plaques in his garage from 09. He doesn't want to get too early of a start to about 1400.
Plaques in his garage.
So
yeah, he can't come to the meetings because he's doing the plaque for that unit on the other side of base that has nothing to do with his job, but he can't make it. It's a sergeant major retiring,
and he makes all staff and pitch in $25.
Yeah,
right
to
make these. Yeah,
as one does.
Hey, 3D printers aren't free. That's what I always say.
Hey, are you going to continue through the special staff?
Special staff chaplain, chaps.
God is good. And you say all the time?
All the time.
All the time.
And all the time?
God is good.
Amen. Good. Nothing else for the group.
Well said. Anyone else? Any saved rounds, alibis? Any people we didn't call on? I think maybe we had some outlying stations that we're going to get to at some point.
We'll hit them last. Why don't you kick it over to who you usually kick it over to?
Sergeant Major.
Hey, this is Gunner. All right, this is Gunner here. I don't talk a lot in these meetings, but I just want to go over life rule. All right, and I want this to get down to the lowest level. Okay, it's the life rule. Works on the range. Works when you're BZOing. You may not like something. That doesn't mean it's wrong. So I want you to ask yourself, am I doing it right? And if you're not, it doesn't work. But if you are doing it right, it works better. So if you're on the freaking dang range and you're not in the black, ask yourself, am I doing it right? Because if you are, it works better. And if you're not, it doesn't work. This doesn't just apply to the range. It applies to trash. If you got the freaking dang trash bottle in your hand, you ask yourself, am I doing it right? Because if I am, it works. And if I'm not, it doesn't work. That's Elf from Gunner.
What the heck? That's when everybody's like, why is he talking?
Everyone's like,
why is he here?
Why does he have a bomb?
Who is this guy?
He's never been to one of these meetings before.
Never seen
a gunner at a staff meeting.
I've only seen a gunner on the range yelling at lieutenants.
In civilian gear, driving his personal truck.
Right, which is like a Jeep jacked up. Yeah, probably like a Jeep Gladiator.
Yeah.
We were taking a road trip and we were listening to the last episode. And Abby's Abby's like, how long does this last for? And I go, probably about 20 minutes. And she's like, oh my God.
Yeah, Diana just skips through it. She's like,
I feel like this is only for us and Matt Lowe.
She's like, I skipped the staff brief. I'm like, yeah, you and the deuce.
Yeah.
And with that, let's get into some exciting topics. Actually, I think we should talk about Dakota Meyer. I thought that was pretty. Is it Meyer or Myers? It's Meyer.
No,
right?
Stephanie Myers wrote Twilight. It's Dakota Meyer.
Big Twilight.
Is that how you always remember it?
They call me that's how I remember it.
They call me Fantasy Grant. That's what they've always said.
Grant Team Edward over here.
I didn't even know this was like in the works. Did you?
No, I came out of nowhere from what is
like all of a sudden he's doing kettlebell swings with PD Hegseth and the Sergeant Major.
And then he's re-enlisting, and I was like, "Oh, dang!"
Yeah.
And then pretty disappointed to see the SecDef had to read the oath of enlistment off the card. It's like, hey,
did he?
Yeah, I memorized that.
It wasn't off a card, dude. It was off Signal Chat.
Yeah.
His wife sent it to him.
The reporter from the Atlantic sent it to him. Yeah, I was like, here you go.
That's disappointing. National Guard, am I right?
Hey,
just serving to get that free Chick-fil-A.
Dude, I think I texted, and whenever you texted that or sent that in the group, I go, just imagine being like a brand new second lieutenant, finishing TBS. You go to IOC, you're like all ready to go, and then like, all right, who's my platoon sergeant? Oh, Dakota Meyer is. Sweet. Yeah. He's not going to listen to anything
you're a second lieutenant, and you're like, is that the husband of the woman that wrote Twilight?
You're like, is that? I thought it was. I think it's Dakota Myers. If that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I think Sergeant.
Hey, Sergeant. Tell me about your experience. You know, have you done your platoon counselings this month?
So, is this your first unit that you've been with?
Yeah.
You seem. When did you come into the Marine Corps? You seem a little old for a sergeant.
What is he, like 37, 38?
It's got to be something like that. Yeah.
Let's see. What was his break in service?
I thought it was like, when did he get the award? It's like 2012, wasn't it?
Might have been a little before.
Or was it after that?
Oh, look at this. You're going to love this, Trey. What do you think his birthday is?
Is it July 26th?
It's June 26th. So basically, here's how Marine legends were born in the year 1988. June 26th, Dakota Meyer. July 26th, Trey Gottlich.
The best logistics
August
officer.
26th, Grant Broggi. In that order.
Ultimate trash guy.
Big trash guy. Huge trash guy.
Trash guy.
Dang. Yeah. Look at him. He's back from Kentucky. Anyway, he got out in 2011.
Okay.
So 14-year break in service.
Dude, I thought 2 years was a long time. Where I was like, I don't know what this is or that. Like, these are new things. What are we talking about? What's
you better
JPEZ?
not be expecting any back pay.
Yeah, JPEZ. What the heck is a JPEZ?
I was like, huh? Dang.
Gonna come in. He goes, "What's McTim's?"
Yeah.
There you go. I don't know if you rate having McTim rights there, Sergeant. I'm not sure.
I do like when he's like PTing with the Sergeant Major and he's like, oh, nothing's changed. And Sergeant Major's like, that's right. And you need a glow belt. And I was like, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. All right, next slide.
Mainly because I want to get these glasses off, but I think I'm going to do a little check-in real quick. NFL drafts going on. I feel like the big story that I didn't really feel like that was that big of a story was that Shadur Sanders was not drafted. Still undrafted. Still undrafted.
Going in third round, right?
Is that the quarterback?
Yeah, that's Colorado's quarterback.
Well, I know it's Deion's kid, but doesn't he have two kids that play? Shiloh and...
Shiloh's not going to the NFL.
Okay.
Who at one point was predicted to be like
not this year
top pick.
He was supposed to be the top quarterback. That's what everybody had.
Beginning of like the draft analysis. Yeah, third round is complete.
Travis Hunter went number 2 though.
That's who. That was the other one I was thinking of. So he went 2.
Yeah.
Do you? And then he wants to play both sides of the ball. Do you think that's? How long do you think that
realistic
lasts?
In the NFL? That doesn't happen.
Like
Deion did
that lasts until you get hit with a 350-pound guy.
Yeah, and then he's I'm gonna go play defense. There's no one trying to. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. You make more money as a wide receiver, I think.
Yeah,
true.
That's what
How much money do you make if you play 2 positions? Though, think about that. Double the money.
Oh, saved round alibi. I forgot the outlying stations.
No, don't worry. We still got the Commo, we still got comms up. Yep. Okay. Send them.
we're a little bit off. Sorry, guys. We did run into some severe China interference with getting off. Let's see. We got the chaplain. Chaplain Nate here dialing in from the field. My son, observe the commandment of your father and do not forsake the teaching of your mother. Bind them continually on your heart. Tie them around your neck. When you walk about, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. And when you awake, they will talk to you. Proverbs 6:20-22, NASB 1995. My mama always taught me to secure that trash. Appreciate you, Nate. Big Nate. Mike Kelly says, okay. Joshua Hansen says you should sell the base there some plates because it's that easy. It's just that easy.
Oh, yeah. Did you bring any with you? Did you bring some?
Yeah, it's just that easy.
Yeah, you got a couple Connex boxes full.
It's like Gunny says, sir, you should market more. Oh, okay, thanks. I'll get right on that.
Dang.
Matt Ronan says, let's go. Police call your areas. Matt Lowen says late to the show, but glad to see the overseas trash is getting secured. Hashtag tip of the spear. Nothing tells you that a guy's in his late 30s, like using hashtags. Sean Edward says, said 6'9". That mofo guy says, congrats on episode in Ice Cube, period, crew. In ice? I don't get it. Nice. Oh, nice. Congrats on episode. Nice. Got it. Crew guy. Not in the Discord lately. It's probably the problem. Massonomics tuned in, said, I like how the spacing of the quotation marks don't even make sense, which is good. He was actually replying to the here sign. Oh, I got to go into request here. I got some requests here from accounts we don't follow. Big Mean Guy says, are you guys at Devon's? That's OPSEC, Big Mean Guy, so I can't reply to that. And that's
nice
it.
Try, China.
Yeah, nice try.
Chinese burner account.
Nice try,
Chinese burner account.
Kim Jong-un. Yeah, that's China, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Next slide.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs while we stay on sports.
Yeah, you want to stay on sports?
Yeah, it's still NBA playoff talk.
Yeah, I saw Celtics came close tonight, but did not finish.
Watch that one. There. Actually, start to finish. There's nothing my buddy likes more than waking up at 8 a.m. to sit in a PX and watch the Armed Forces Network. And so I went and watched that one. Weird game, a lot of runs. Like Celtics were up by like 12 and then down by 10, back and forth. Yeah. And then down by 2, got the ball 0.3 seconds, tried to inbound an alley-oop, and missed it. So, but I mean, I think they're fine. They're up 2 games. So they won both at home. They went to Orlando, lost on the road. They'll be fine. Sixers, can't watch the Sixers without seeing Doc Rivers and thinking of the Celtics, but he's not a coach of the Celtics, weird. Hasn't been for a long time.
It's still weird seeing him coach other teams. Yeah,
it is. I think the Lakers are playing right now. Right? Yeah, they're losing to the T-Wolves. They're losing to the T-Wolves.
Let's go T-Wolves.
Yeah, let's go T-Wolves. Hard for me not to pull for Luka, though, as a big Dallas guy, huge Dallas guy.
Big Dallas guy.
Big Dallas guy.
Did you see the owner or the GM gave an interview after the season ended?
I didn't.
And he goes, man, I really didn't realize how much people in Dallas like Luka. I'm like, dude, that was like verbatim what he said.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, out loud.
Sorry,
what are you talking about? You kidding me?
That's when you just think to yourself and you go, oh, oops.
That's like saying people in Dallas don't like brisket. Okay. Hey, if I'm that general manager and I let go of Luka, I'm going to ask myself, am I doing it right?
Am I doing it right?
Because it doesn't seem like I am. And if I was, we'd be doing better.
It'd be working.
But we're not. So then I should do it right. It's a life rule. It goes for NBA GMs as well.
Dang. Gunner is very
next slide.
Prophetic.
When I say NBA playoffs, I mean Celtics update. So now we know how that works.
Yeah, right. Well, we
Stars are up 2-1 in hockey.
Ooh, I did see that.
I mean, do we want
2 overtime games in a row?
Okay.
Playoff hockey is a different sport.
Very much.
It's fun, man. I've been watching most of the games, so they've been a good time.
I like this time of year, actually. You know, a lot of the
great.
Southeastern guys that only want to drink, 48 Busch Lights at a tailgate and don't really watch the football, they're like, oh, this time of year sucks. Like, if you're a sports fan, baseball kicking off where like everyone still has a shot, and then you have the NBA and the NHL playoffs, which both last like 3 months, which I enjoy.
Dude, so I love
great.
I do love it.
Yeah.
That they're just like a playoff
college
game
baseball is in its
basically
prime.
at all times.
Road to Omaha.
Road to
guys,
Omaha's coming up.
Did anyone catch that Memphis Showboats versus Birmingham Stallions game?
Tell
Just
me more.
missed it.
That's all I got. It's the UFL. It was a game on it. I'm like, no one watches this, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw this out there, and I guarantee neither of you will know who these teams are, because I do
like the name Showboats.
The Memphis Showboats and the Birmingham
Memphis
Stallions.
Showboats.
To me, there's the easiest way to fix. Is it the UFL?
I think yeah.
Just make it a minor league team for the NFL.
Is this a soccer game?
This is
I'm not being funny.
It's the fake NFL.
football. Yeah, that D.
I thought that was
like
the XFL.
They changed the name UFL.
Does The Rock still own it?
No.
maybe.
Well,
I have some sort of stake
don't know.
in it.
Speaking of The Rock,
What about him?
he did not show up to WrestleMania.
Oh no! Wait, like literally didn't show up, or
Did not physically show up. So okay, here's the problem. If you follow, so Grant's buddy's gone, which means he can't be on Instagram all day posting Strength Co stuff. So if you're wondering why the account's meme heavy, it's Connor King. And the algorithm for said channel, if you're on the Explore page now, is all wrestling, because apparently that's all Connor cares about. And so I have learned more about wrestling in the last 3 weeks than I care to know. And I still don't get it. It's like these weird storylines, and like it never ends. It's not like the show is on the mat. It's like everything they do like someone tackled Pat McAfee and like got suspended. And then there's like WWE, but then there's something called Ross. And then John Cena wins 17 belts, which means he beats Ric Flair. And but the next night he goes to Raw and he gets like knocked out. But anyway, what the internet told me, therefore it's real, is that The Rock didn't show up and fans were pissed. Mm-hmm. He was probably at that Memphis Showboats game.
I think he was. I think he was. He thought that was a higher priority for him.
Yeah.
Rolex wearing.
That's right.
Diamond ring wearing.
Oh.
I keep going if you want me to. I won't. But
okay, all right. Whatever you want. Okay, so no one caught the Showboat Stallions game.
No,
Is that
afraid not.
Was it televised?
Oh yeah, it was on TV.
Okay, nope, missed that.
I don't know
Was
what
it on,
channel it was on. I
was
didn't
it on
catch
like
that.
Telemundo?
But, like,
And the crowd goes wild.
All 4 of them.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I should have checked in just to see what the crowd looked like. They're probably pretty sparse, but hey, they're doing their thing. We'll see. Look at us in 10 years. Maybe the UFL is the new NFL.
What's the indoor? Isn't there an indoor football league?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, Arena Football League or AF. I think it's AFL.
They had that to where like the fans could call the plays. Do you remember that?
Oh, I don't remember that. That's fun. That kind of got hot for a little bit. I feel like I remember Atlanta had a indoor football team, and I remember going to a couple games, and they're actually pretty fun. It's a pretty exciting game, a lot of scoring.
Yeah, I never watched one, so I can't tell you.
Hey.
I believe you though.
It was fun. What else? Okay. Any other sports talk?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No sports.
Do we want to go to Trey's deep topic, or do we want to go into lifting?
I kind of want to go into your new hat. I feel like that might take us somewhere.
Okay. So new hat. We last week, 8 days was in Montana on like a family trip. So my parents flew out from Georgia. My sister came and her family out from Boston.
Wait, your dad was there?
My dad was there. Yeah, we were celebrating.
Okay. I see that the Red Sox have started 16-12. Good start to the season. I've been looking at the analytics, and the right fielder, Ruff Snyder, he's got an on-base percentage of .427, which last time, if I'm comparing analytics from 1974, when the Red Sox right fielder had the same OBS, the Red Sox were a very mediocre team. So you can expect the same out of there. And of note, the pool is 82 degrees right now. Thank you.
Is this accurate?
It's pretty spot on.
Okay.
Like today, was it a small? Maybe it was last night at dinner.
What kind of question is that?
I got blown away by him remembering. So I guess so he went to the Naval Academy, class of '66, beat Army.
Don't give up the ship.
And I guess one of the things, I don't know if they still do it at the Naval Academy. We could have confirmed with our previous guest, Donnie Bowers.
Yeah, Donnie. Or Nolan Hickey.
They would, if they ask you what time it is, like when you're a plebe, so like your freshman year, there's this like long kind of preamble about how like your watch may not be 100% accurate, but just like and it's like long spiel, and then like they say the time, and he like rattles it off.
Trey and I get perfectly. It. We went to a military school.
Yeah.
We get it.
It makes sense.
We get it.
Yeah, but he it's ingrained in his brain still, and he just turned 82. That was part of the trip. Was his birthday was on a few days ago. I won't reveal his actual birthday for OPSEC reasons.
Obviously, we know we got China on the line.
So and my mom's birthday was the previous week, so it was like celebrating their birthdays / like early celebration of their 50th wedding anniversary / this was the last of the 50 states that my dad had not been to.
Okay.
So stayed at a lodge. We flew into Bozeman. There's a lodge that we stayed at for a few days, about an hour away, called the Sage Lodge. Really nice, good time. A lot of activities for the kiddos and just kind of hanging out and staring at some beautiful mountains. And then the final day.
That you brought a little accoutrements with you.
I did. I lugged out my rod and waders and boots and all that stuff. Because my thought process as well, I'm going to be in close proximity to some great rivers and great waters. And I know that Grant's buddy is not able to access some waters right now. So, got to keep him in mind, throw some lines out. Was that yesterday? So the day before
you just got back.
Yeah, I just got back this afternoon. But then, so 2 days ago when we got into Bozeman, stopped by a fly shop. Shout out to Montana Trout Fitters. Little play on words there. Stopped in there.
Outfitters, except trout.
Mm-hmm,
Love it.
Clever.
Stopped in there. Talked to the folks working. Got the insight on some places to check out and some flies to throw.
Did you wet some lines or what?
No luck. I think if I would have done it differently, if I did it a second time, and I would have so the river that I was at, the Gallatin River, not naming waters, everyone knows this. It's like a famous river in Montana.
Fair.
So,
yeah.
And it goes south to north out of Yellowstone National Park. And so I started kind of in this canyon closer to the headwaters. Water was running pretty fast, so it wasn't great fishing conditions where I was. But then as I moved back north, flows kind of slowed down, and you could tell it was better conditions, still not great. But I would have, if I was I should have fished the southernmost or the northernmost point that they told me to go check out, and then worked my way even further north. But it was still
Did you
a good
ask
time.
yourself?
I didn't know this at the time.
You didn't know the life rule.
I didn't.
Am I doing it right?
My life.
It works better.
It'll work better next time, I think. But it was
great
still
being on the water either way.
Great time.
Yeah, nice,
beautiful stuff. Montana's
big
great.
Montana guy.
Montana's pretty great.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I think I got 3 left to go to.
Ooh,
Montana, North Dakota, and Wyoming.
Dang.
Oh, they're all right there. So
yeah they're all right there. You just go to Aberdeen, drive to Eagle Butte, make a right, and boom, you're there.
Obviously.
Yeah, just checked off Alaska by way of my buddy. Basically like a severance thing. You know what I mean? Basically severance. Severance is basically the Marine Corps.
It's basically being a reservist. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically being a reservist.
Dude. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like calculating it. I think I have like 5 or 6 states I still need to hit. Alaska's one, the Dakotas, West Virginia,
Mountain Mama.
I'm trying to think of anything else. But yeah. So
you got to go to Lift Hard, Live Easy 3 this year.
I know. I
got to go. Represent the Strength Co.
Hail State.
Hail State. Oh, we haven't heard from. Oh, nice shirt. We haven't heard from them in a while. Speaking of Strength Co tees, we got a new t-shirt out for those about to squat. It's actually an old t-shirt, one that we made back in like 20, I'm going to say 18. Redid it, a little bit changed in the design. Still has the AC/DC cannon on the back. Looks like the AC/DC album cover for those about to rock. The first variation had the Circle S logo on it, which we don't really use anymore. So it now says Strength Co on the front. Comes in OD green on a LA Apparel 2003 blank. So 100% cotton, but not the heavy shirt and not the 50/50. So a little bit different blank than we've used before.
Okay.
Do like this one. It's going to be a little bit tighter sleeves for you guys trying to look jacked. And I think in XL, it comes in the squat tee variant, as we call it, due to availability. But Made in USA t-shirt, go over to www.strength.co, buy one of the hats that Trey's wearing, and get yourself a For Those About to Squat tee.
What if I go to www.thestrength.hb? Does that take me anywhere?
Oh
great shirts there.
Yeah.
Great shirts.
Chinese made, Chinese propaganda.
100% made out of rice. Yeah, they're really great.
Tell you, Strength Co HB, they're inside the Wes.
They came in, reverse engineered the Strength Co and just made a lesser version of it.
Yep.
Had to reverse engineer the t-shirt. They're like, what are they making over there?
I wonder what HP stands for.
Never know.
The Strength Co. Huge bummer.
Heck of a butt. Oh, what?
Yeah, heck of a butt. Huge bummer.
Heck of a butt.
Yeah.
Good squats.
Hail Broggi.
Hey, hail, bro.
It's really just an homage to Grant.
Just a fan club.
You go in, there's just posters of Grant all over. They're like, we just really like what he's doing.
It's basically
more of a
like
museum.
Kier.
It's not really a gym.
It's basically like Kier. It's another severance.
It's like it has Grant's like what are the wood in the bucket with the cement.
That's right.
It's in the
if you
museum.
want to squat on an original Strength Co squat rack, we got the buckets over here.
It's the Strength Co.
Those are the only
2020
racks in
line.
there.
Yeah. Has the old Chinese York plates. I thought we sold those to a real person on Facebook Marketplace. We didn't know we gave it back to China.
They recreated Grant's y'all's garage.
Yeah, from Summerwind.
Yeah.
2499 Summerwind. What a place.
That was a good place.
All right.
See, speaking of gyms, also part of the trip, all hotel gyms are the exact same.
Trash.
They're all trash.
Yeah.
Yes, they are all trash. It's all elliptical, one treadmill, one stationary bike. Could be like a bike seat one. It could be where it's like the chair one. So sort of like the recumbent style bike. And then a bench. Sometimes it's adjustable, and dumbbells 5 pounds to 50 pounds every time.
See, I think it's 2 treadmills, but one's not working. Is usually what it is.
What are you staying at a Best Western?
Like
potential sponsor Hilton.
Yeah. No, hotel gyms are the worst. It's not even like worth your time. I mean, I say it's not worth your time. Doing something's probably better than doing nothing. But yeah, it's like, it's not even worth looking to see. The only time I've seen anything good, I feel like in Mexico City, it was a honeymoon. So we're staying in above average hotels, but they had a bench press, like a real bench press. Okay. And the weights like weren't the perfect diameter, but you could go in there, and therefore they had a bar and circle weights. And so you could bench, you could overhead press, and you could deadlift. I mean, you could make the argument you could squat, but like there was no squat rack, but they had that. And then the Palazzo in Las Vegas, has like a full on barbell gym.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. But the majority of hotel gyms are just worthless.
Man, yeah. I feel like I've been to like one or two where I've seen like, some sort of cheap China made squat rack, but at least like barbell and plates, but it's like rare. So rare. So yeah, that's why I just go Google a barbell gym nearby. Hopefully you're next to the Strength Co HB, get a lift in there. I just big fan of what they do.
Yeah.
Potential sponsor. Yeah.
Potential sponsor, Strength Co HB.
Oh man. Let's see. What else? Do you want to dive in on Trey's deep topic?
I can't even remember what it is.
Ooh.
Trying to keep that last. While we stay on gyms, why don't we talk about Grant's buddy's gym?
Let's do it.
Actually, it's good.
So, and I think we should just do a little bit of like what you should look for when you're going to a gym, right? So we're saying that a hotel gym is not great. I think there are certain things that you're looking for when you're like trying to get a gym. The assumption is that you want to get stronger. The assumption is that you understand that the big compound lifts are important and you want to be able to do those safely and effectively. And so you're going to need a power rack. You're going to need a barbell. You're going to need plates with small increments, so that you can make small jumps and go up on the bar. So you want the gym to at least have 2.5s. You want to have collars. Hopefully the squat rack is either a cage where you can squat inside of it, or it's some kind of apparatus that has spotter arms that come out so that you can fail, so that you can lift alone. You want the bench press to also have a safety mechanism. A lot of commercial gyms will have bench presses with like those weird hooks in the metal, so like the height's kind of weird and hard to get back in. Preferably you have a bench press, preferably just bench inside the squat rack. Really, you can go to a place like a powerlifting gym that has competition squat racks and bench presses. I personally don't love those a ton. I'm a guy that's been lifting for a long time, has competed in powerlifting, and I still like just find them kind of confusing and not user friendly. So if you're a person that's like just getting started, a super intense powerlifting gym, the equipment, I don't want to say it's hard to use, but, it might be a little bit more difficult to figure out, how to set everything up. Plus it's going to stink and there's going to be a lot of trash and a lot of sweaty people and in a powerlifting gym, but they can be great. CrossFit gyms usually work pretty well. Problem with CrossFit gyms is you got to make sure that they allow open gym and they're cool about it. Sometimes like they only want you to do the class. And if you're the guy that's trying to just, squat 3 sets of 5 in the corner and there's a class going on, someone needs to do a bunch of wall balls or, muscle ups or something, you can be in the way. But you're generally looking for, at least a power rack, a bar, and plates. And that's like step 1 to get started. And then step 2, and then this is like where Grant's buddy's gym comes into play, is once you get used to like using nice stuff, anything else is not as nice. And so this gym, the House of Pain, if you looked at it, you'd say it's a nice gym. I will say, I think they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They probably have 12 squat racks in there, which is funny on a gym that's, 30,000, 40,000 square feet. They barely have more squat racks than the Strength Co Costa Mesa, not to be confused with the Strength Co HB. But they do have a lot of power racks, but you start to realize like, hey, this is a 3x3 rack. Some people like that. I don't like a 3x3 rack because you lose an inch on either side where the barbell sleeve is. So if you don't walk out perfectly straight, you hit the uprights. It also on this particular gym has spotter arms that come off of the 4x4 rack, which to me is silly and kind of a waste, because now, like, why would you not just squat in the middle with safety pins or pipes or something? So now you have to squat outside. And so me lifting, I've run into some issues where I walk out of the gym or walk out of the rack perfectly, but because it has spotter arms and because they're 3x3s and because which I'm about to get to you, I'm using bumper plates. When I squat down, the edge of the plate will sometimes hit the spotter arm, which can jack up a heavy squat. So preferably like 2x3 racks are a little bit better. You don't want a Smith machine. It's not to say that you can't lift on a Smith machine, but you can't lift on a Smith machine. You can do things on it, but if you're squatting, you don't want the bar to be in a fixed pathway. You want to control the bar. You want to use your body to keep the bar over midfoot. So a Smith machine is not ideal. But yeah, so you want to find a power rack, bench, a place to deadlift with some type of flooring. Doesn't have to be like a wood center on your deadlift platform. It can be horse stall mats, just on the ground. It can be rubber matting from the gym floor, whatever the case may be. But those are kind of the things you're looking for in a good gym. And then when it comes to plates, I've been using bumpers the last few weeks here, and not just like any bumpers. The Strength Co, we sell bumpers. They're made in USA. These are China ones, but that's not the problem. They're just like super thick. They're kind of like oily, and you run out of space in the sleeve. And that's not like, I'm not some crazy 600-700 pound squatter. Even squatting 405, the weight gets further out on the bar. There's more whip when you hit the hole, which, not that you can't brace and do that anyway, but you do feel it. And the heavier you go, the more instability. It can kind of kick you off balance. It's a pain to microload it. I also don't like having to switch brands. So I'm using like bumpers all the way down to 10s. And then I got to walk to the other side of the gym where they have a small selection of iron and grab the 5s and the 2.5s and bring them over. If I'm pressing and need to make a small micro load, I got to go to my gym bag and grab my Strength Co 1.25s because they don't have them there. There's only like 3 pairs of 2.5s in the whole gym. So sometimes you just can't find where they are. So there's like, hey, I need this stuff and I can totally get strong off of like crummy plates and, bars and things of that nature. But then once you've had the nice stuff, you've had the barbell with the nice knurling, you've had the plates with every increment jump, you've had the collars, like the lever Strength Co collars that you put on, you can put the next plate on and then remove it without bringing everything off. Like once you've done all that stuff, switching over to something else, which most people would walk in and be like, whoa, nice gym. I'm just like, man, I want my own stuff. And I want it a certain way, but that's what to look for in a gym.
I like it. Good stuff.
There you go.
Sounds like a really good advertisement, just investing in your own personal gym.
Yeah, I mean, there is something about working out with other people that I do like, though. It's fun to go to the gym. I agree with you. Like, you should buy a home gym, but I don't usually lift with other people, especially randos. Meaning, generally, when I lift with other people, it's like in my gym with people doing a starting strength or an intelligent lifting program. It's also funny what people find impressive. And I don't mean that. What I mean is I think my lifts are very underwhelming. I know I'm like stronger than people that don't lift, but in the terms of like lifters and stuff we see at the Arnold, it's not that incredible, but it's like, man, if you squat 365, like everyone in the gym's like, whoa, look at this guy. So that's kind of funny. Grant's buddy's been dealing with a lot of that. Like, whoa, sir, how'd you get so strong? Do you take creatine? I'm like, yep, it's the creatine.
Yep, that's it. It's the only thing.
Not,
just nothing else.
Not the 15 years of lifting. It's just creatine. So yeah,
I was actually, I'll pick your brain on this. I was talking with Caleb, Dr. Gottlich, and he has his personal gym, and so he's getting ready to move not too long. So I'm storing some of his gym stuff in my place, and he's bringing over some mirrors. I go, mirrors? He's like, yeah. He's like, I really like them in the gym at my personal gym that he has at his house because I feel like it just helps out a ton. Do you think that would be a good upgrade to a home gym?
I don't know. It depends what you're into. I'm not a mirrors fan personally, and that's not me going full Ripito and being like, they're confusing and they, mess you up. But I do think they can be distracting. Like, it is hard enough to get a new lifter to look at like the floor out in front of them for balance without a mirror, right? It's like, it's just difficult. So I do think it can be a distraction. It's not that I don't get a pump or like feel good about myself while I'm lifting sometimes. But when I go in, it's like a contractual agreement. I'm supposed to squat this. I'm supposed to press this. I'm supposed to deadlift this or whatever the case is. It's not like me looking at the horseshoe on my tricep personally. Like that's not what I'm trying to do while I'm lifting. But some people, yeah, like I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think put mirrors in your like garage or basement. You're stupid.
See, I feel
I
like
wouldn't do it.
I would feel like it was more less probably vanity wise and more so of just like form check, like in real time versus watching on your phone. Yeah, is that not the case? You don't think?
I think it's difficult to like. I mean, this goes back to are you lifting heavy or not? And
True.
I think that most people don't, right? But if you're squatting, what did I do on Friday? I did 405 for 3 triples. So me and the gunny worked up to 3 triples and then backed off for 2 sets 5. And like, I can't look in the mirror and like make an adjustment with a heavy load on my back.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a Grant thing, but like I'm like locked in on making sure I'm bracing, holding my breath. I'm thinking about form stuff, shoving my knees out, making sure I hit my depth, whatever it is. Now, if I had 225 on my back and I wanted to see if my right knee was caving or something, which it wouldn't at a lighter weight if you're strong. But I just think if you're able to look in the mirror and like make small adjustments, you're not lifting heavy. And that can be okay. Like not everyone, like some people aren't into it. Right. But yeah, I don't want to, I know Caleb's a good listener. Caleb, put those things in there, brother. You deadlift 500 pounds, you do your thing. But I wouldn't recommend it.
I guess,
go ahead.
I guess it depends. Hey, if it helps you, go for it, but it's not your cup of tea.
Yeah. Or coffee for that matter. I don't really drink tea.
But, excuse me.
Out of a cup anyway.
Kimchi.
Yeah. Kimchi. Konnichiwa. Ohio. Arigato. Hi. Yeah.
Interesting.
What was I going to say? I was going to say
anyway.
Women in the gym have commented at the Strength Co. a lot of times. They like no mirrors. So females have brought that up. Some men have too, but yeah. So are you putting the mirrors in your garage?
I have no idea. I'm storing them somewhere. So
You better put them up. And I want shirtless.
I'm gonna have them now. I'm a
day.
big pro mirror guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna
big mirror
flex
guy.
on them. Yeah.
See, I'm only into mirrors if I have smoke.
Then you have smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Hey, when there's smoke, there's smoke. Yeah. And so the other reason that you don't really need mirrors is if you're squatting and you think something's wrong, just ask yourself, am I doing it right? Because if you are, it works better. And if you're not, it doesn't work.
Golly.
Yeah.
That's
said.
the last Strathco video you're going to need to make is just that one. And then you just go, well.
And then I'm done. I retire.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's all there. Just watch that video.
Yep.
And you'll be good. Or you won't. So.
Freaking
yeah.
Gunner Socrates over here. Yeah.
Life lesson.
So good. Man.
One more gym topic and then we'll move on.
Okay.
I dropped in there knee sleeves, and the reason why was so Grant's buddy's been doing. So Grant's buddy used to always wear knee sleeves, and then kind of got tired of washing knee sleeves. Knee sleeves go in your gym bag, makes your gym bag stink. Really, you can only wear knee sleeves once, and then they need to be clean. People that never clean their knee sleeves, you're disgusting. You're vile. You probably don't take out your trash either. So I just wash them in the washing machine. Does it shorten the lifespan of the knee sleeve? Maybe. I don't know. Like I'm still using like the same 3 pairs I've had for years. I don't wash them every single time, but I wash them at least once a week. And then I just stopped using them. And I'm like, I don't need these things. And I mean, occasionally I use them, maybe if it's really heavy to like feel good. But then my buddy's been doing a lot of running, a lot of like out of nowhere, happens to be in front of 140 devils and just takes off in a sprint to the rifle range for a mile or whatever the case is. And I wouldn't say I'm much too young to feel this dang old, but the old knees have been like, ooh, feeling that little yog, that little left, right, leo.
Hey, we're here.
And,
we're here. We want you to know that we're still here. We're
here. You're not pushing them out anymore. You're pushing them down, and we don't like it. So I've been wearing my knee sleeves again. I don't have anything profound beyond that, but it's kind of like old Jim, previous guest, Jeff and I's old coach from the Fort Sill days. Used to ask him, hey, should I wear wrist wraps? And he'd be like, do your wrist hurt? We're like, well, no, but it's a thing I could buy and wear lifting, so therefore I must need it. He's like, nah, I don't think you need it. That's kind of how I feel with the knee sleeve. Feeling good? Don't put them on. Hurting? Put them on.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
All right.
Sore?
Sore?
Put them on.
Is it working?
Oh, yeah. Am I doing it right?
Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ask yourself.
Let's see. Ooh, all right. We're placing bets on who the next Pope is going to be. Is that what you wanted to talk about with the Pope?
I just felt like we should have a moment of silence for the Pope.
Very well.
And moment of silence over.
That was good.
I did.
Yep.
It
Pope's
did.
gone.
We were
I just
real
always
quiet.
think it's interesting when the Pope, like, what is this? Our third Pope in our lifetime?
I could not tell you.
That's.
Yeah.
I could believe that. I could. Yeah. I could.
I feel like it's something like that. It seems like I remember yesterday the smoke coming out and this one coming in. My dad not liking them for theological issues. Obviously. And then like now he's dead and they're doing it again. I did look at the Pope front runners. A couple Americans on there.
Interesting.
Is there betting odds?
I don't know. We should ask Dave Portnoy.
There's got to be.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're
How to bet on the Pope. You probably have to use Bitcoin. That would be my guess. I don't know. I like this guy from Uganda. It's because he has a cool voice.
Ooh. Yeah. Interesting. I can tell you anything about him, man. I don't know about the inner workings of.
I know that JD Vance cursed him.
Yeah, that's right. That was the big.
Didn't he see him next day? He died. Wasn't that?
No, he
he
saw
killed
him
the
like that
Pope.
morning. Like he like
And then he
goes to
died
see the
later?
Pope, and then the Pope dies.
So JD Vance killed him.
Yeah,
Potentially.
Secret
see
Service. Probably the
you're
same
a
team
Pope?
that knocked off JFK.
Gotta be.
God, they
Gotta
must
be.
be old, man.
Yeah, they got.
How old's that team?
Yeah, I bet they're wearing knee sleeves.
Dude, they're wearing all kinds of sleeves, dude.
Yep.
Dude, how old is that
man.
team?
Just the sleeve team, yeah.
Dang, they're older than the Showboats and the Stallions combined. Oh my goodness!
Quick reminder, today's episode is brought to you by BW Tax. BW Tax, great guy, better at taxes. Tax season's over. Maybe you haven't filed your taxes. Believe it or not, more people do that than you would imagine. If you're feeling guilty right now, the Pope died, you thought about God, you looked up at your, cross on the wall. You're like, you know what? I'm supposed to render unto Caesar that which belongs to Caesar, and I didn't do it. Call BW Tax. They'll do a late return for you. Get your finances back in order. Great guy, better at taxes, really good at chess. BWTaxLLC.com.
Dang, BW.
What else we got?
Well, you put in there BW Tech's Book Club. What's that?
Oh yeah, the BW Tax Book Club. I forgot about that.
Love to know more about this.
Previous guest, Tim Bain, major type in the United States of Army. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back. Big history buff, real smart guy. He just texted me out of left field on the BW Tax thread and was like, Grant, you need to read Way 1968. You'd love it. And I was like, awesome. So I went to the library here on base, which I'd never done. Turns out your CAC card's a library card. I mean, CAC
Whoa,
card is a
dang.
CAC card. What
What?
an idiot. Who says
What else
CAC
can it
card?
do?
Turns out your CAC is a library card.
Yeah.
So I got that book. And so he had sent me a photo of the book. I sent a photo back. And the next morning, BW Tax just sends a photo of the book. And I'm like, man, how did he get this? Apparently he's had it on the shelf for a while, hadn't read it. So we're all reading Way 1968, been dropping some messages back and forth to each other. And just call it the BW Tax Book Club. So Way 1968 needs to be
It's
on
about
the
whey
shelf.
protein. History of whey protein.
Yeah, 1968.
Whey.
It was.
Way,
Oh, whey.
not Hugh.
Oh, like I want to weigh 1,968 pounds. Is that what you're saying?
Like,
Or the goat,
like Way City.
Oh, how do you weigh a
General-
city?
General Christmas, am I right?
Hey,
He took some whey.
That old recoilless rifle.
all right, wait.
wheeled out into the
Hey, so if
streets.
you're listening and you want to join the book club, go grab that book.
And remember, ambush is
And then
killing
join the
and killing
Slack.
is fun.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Ambush is killing.
Killing is fun.
God is great.
Killing is fun. Oh, no.
Wait, wow, I'm so confused.
Sorry. Belt fed over
Ambushes
here.
killing and killing is fun.
Belt-fed.
Ambushes killing and killing is fun. Still remember screaming that in the second lieutenant.
Yep.
All
Hey,
the time.
My name's Captain Boston, and today I'm here to tell you about the king of battle. When I say him, 777 Alpha 2, you say, God's gun. So good.
That was
Never
good.
got old.
That was good. That's true. That's true.
King of battle. Over.
Oh, man. Okay. Trey's deep topic. We're going to dive into it. Do you feel social media is a net positive for society?
What was it, like 3 a.m.? You're breastfeeding 3 babies, like haven't
Something like
slept
that.
in 3 days, and you opened up social media and saw John Cena getting knocked out at Raw and just asked yourself that question.
I feel like Grant posted something about him just brewing coffee. And I go, is this a net positive for society? And I go, absolutely it is.
It's a net
brother.
positive. It's a net positive for my pocketbook.
Hey.
Heck yeah, dude.
I love the
I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was probably 3 a.m. I was feeding the baby.
Hey.
I mean, that's a decent question.
If you didn't have a business, would you be on social media?
I would like to confidently say no. Like, I would love to say that. I don't think that's factual, though. I would be on a lot less if I didn't have a business. But
Yeah.
I would love to look at you and say, like, no, I wouldn't. But I'm sure I would be. I think my thought on this as a dad, I get it. I ask myself, am I doing it right? And no, but I can't imagine having social media as a child.
Oh,
That's
dude,
actually
right?
like mind blowing to me. Like Facebook came out, I think I was in high
that's
school.
I think that's what I was saying. Like, we're in the unique kind of age gap to where, like, we grew up without it. And then, I think you're right. High school. It was like 06, 07 is when you had like the EDU email to get a Facebook, right?
But
Yeah,
I mean,
my
even
sister getting it and have, I have the Boston University email account. So now I can get this thing called Facebook. And like, that was when, I think it was a lot of just colleges in the Northeast at that time were like on Facebook. And then I remember expanding and like, they're like, oh, we added more schools. And I remember, this being this like big deal.
And those people are still on the same Facebook account.
Yep.
The EDU.
I don't know. I just don't know as like kids having it. I also, it's a weird thing. I mean, it also is nice, right? Like, like you post things and like people are able to keep up with you. Like there's like so many buddies of mine from college that I don't record a podcast with. And like, I'm aware that like, they got 2 kids now. Like they live over here now, cause like you follow them, like they keeping up wise. It's nice. I mean, there's also a lot of like just terribleness to it.
Absolute garbage.
Yeah. Trash, if you will.
Trash.
A
Yeah.
lot of trash.
Got to separate that trash.
We got to police that trash.
Yeah. Net
I don't know.
positive.
It's net positive. I
It's
say
like
double-edged
anything.
sword.
It's like anything in a
True.
fallen world can be used for good and for evil. I think it's used for both.
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm not on it enough to have a true opinion.
That's the problem. You need to be on it more to make it a
get
net
on it
positive.
more, Trey.
Yeah, Trey.
And then you'll love
What's the matter
it.
with you? Yeah, then you'll love it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to go live more like Jeff.
I'm live right
Jeff's
now.
always
You
live.
know it. Just always live.
Big live guy.
Just love it.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it was probably thinking like, okay, how do you deal with it with kids?
Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna.
How am I going
I
to
don't
skin
know.
that cat?
Yeah, wait till they can drive.
Yeah.
I can drive.
I can drive. Billy Madison said it best.
best.
Hey, I can drive on the left side of the road.
Hey, that's what we were
Oh.
kick it over there. How's that
Yeah.
going for you?
Good. Haven't really gone many places, mainly on base, but Grant's buddy's the proud owner of a Subaru Stella, bought sight unseen, from old Guardian 6. And I arrived, got it. And, you got to go take this special test to do it. So I couldn't drive it at first. Was riding around with the XO who'd already passed it. And, so then you find, and you like, as you're riding, you're like, this is easy. And then you start driving and you realize like how ingrained it is in your mind. And I mean, literally, I'm the voice inside my own head. I'm like, stay to the left, stay to the left. But the roadway part you get, it's weird. It's like you feel like you're wearing shoes on the wrong feet, but you can still walk. What's weird is like every time I need to put a blinker on, I hit the wipers because that's also reversed.
Yeah.
And so that is a main thing for me, hitting the wipers. They call it the Okinawa hello. Because you're trying to turn, it's the middle of the day and you're throwing on kimchi, konnichiwa. That's good. So that part. And the second part is I walk up to what is now the passenger side 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, you just and you open the door and you're like, oh. Also, the cars are like toasters. They're so tiny.
That's true.
It's rough. The steering wheel doesn't have an adjustment. So it's like in your crotch, like literally getting in and out of the vehicle. It's a task. I got to do troop to task. I got to do a time space analysis. I got to Met TC this thing just to get in the daggone car. But yeah, no, driving. I'm going to go drive this afternoon when Daddy let me drive, so yeah.
Let's give this a test.
You got to drive that to the Arnold next year.
The test is useful. Well, I'm kind of mad. Bought it sight unseen. Didn't have to think about it. I'll tell the users $600. It's like, hey, do you want the car that I have when you get here? $600. Like the road tax is paid. I'm like, sure. Then I got here and I was like, I did this all wrong. Because there are like so many cool little trucks and Jeeps and Land Cruisers. And oh man, I was like, I should have gotten like something cool, for $850 instead of $600. Right. But no, it's fine. It's literally a golf cart. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. So you drive it around, it's fine. Usually driving 30 kilometers on base. I haven't been afforded much time to go and do other things. But the other day we were going to the other side of base and I took, 4 people with me. So you can technically fit 5. It was pouring rain and everyone's grown men. They're 200 pounds. Some of them, my size, 220, 230. And like, once you had 1,000 pounds of man in that thing,
oh dude,
it was hilarious. Like you just punch it to the floor. And it's like, bang, like it must be like a power washer engine in there. And I'm not talking about like the guys that do like mobile car washes and it's on a trailer. I'm talking about like the one your dad has to clean, the gutters out that his kids bought for him by way of his wife on Father's Day. That's like $300 from Home Depot. The engine is just pathetic. But hey, you know what I always say, 4 wheels beats 2 heels. And I'd rather be in a Subaru Stella than using my Lamborghinis.
Hey, man. Yeah, that driving on the other side of the road is trippy, and the steering wheel's on the other side. Yeah, so it's like
you sit on the other side. Everything's different. Just grabbing the shifter with your left hand is weird. And part of that, I wish I bought a cool car deal. I was like, man, I should have gotten a manual. I've owned 2 manuals in my life. Really enjoyed doing manuals. I was like, actually, that would have been tough left-handed shifting.
Yeah.
I would have been able to do it, but like that would have been a thing.
Adjustment period for sure.
Yeah. I really wanted a Toyota Hilux to make me feel like I was in the Middle East, but oh well. If you want to be on the back of Grant's Subaru Stella, talking to some of the podcasts out there, talking to some of the crew, our dollars and deadlifts are overpaid and outrated. What is it? Underutilized? No, underpaid and underrated.
Overrated, underrated, overpaid.
No, unpaid and
unpaid and overrated. I think.
No, I think it's unpaid and What is it? Unpaid and underrated. All I know is it's a podcast by crew for crew. But yeah, well, I'm trying to sticker that thing up. What is it? Unpaid and underrated.
Yeah, unpaid and underrated.
Yeah, so you got fly fishing shop sticker.
And underrated. Oh.
Yeah, you got fly fishing shop sticker. You got a Jefferson deadlift sticker. I'm trying to make that thing where you can't see anything but stickers. Yeah. Also, Grant's buddy's like kind of like the marketer for his unit. He just keeps stickers in his pocket at all times for the unit, for the podcast. Probably get some new listeners like E3 and below type. Cause like if I go through the barracks and someone's like, good morning, sir. It's 1800. Lance Corporal Gottlich, the building number. Look to the right to the thing on the wall. 4926. Nothing unusual to report. Good morning. And I'm always like, okay, good. What's your first general order? Clueless. And so then I'm like, hey, look, I'm going to chow. I'm going to push some chow, drink like 6 glasses of milk, and I'm going to walk back through here. When I do, I want you to stand up, pop that salute, and say that thing with confidence, and then tell me your first general order. And like they smile, like no one's actually like talked to them today, and like realize they're a person like, good to go, sir. Go to chow. Come back from chow. And every time so far, the Marine's like, boom, good evening, sir. Lance Corporal Biggie, building number 6969. Nothing unusual to report at this time. And so then I reach in my pocket and I give them stickers. So I'm like, if I see a skinny Marine, I give them a Strength Co 45. And I'm like, hey, this reminder to go to the gym. If it's like an NCO, I'm like, you might like this podcast. Or I give them a Godfather sticker. So there's stickers everywhere across the West. I mean, like I was
good job just creating trash, Grant.
No, they're getting stuck to things, you know.
They get stuck on things. Yeah, that is not trash.
That's what stickers do. They stick on things.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Any other saved rounds and alibis?
Last one I had, decaf coffee. Something I've kind of like started to enjoy. Like you go out for like doesn't feel like a nice meal, but you're like a good restaurant. You can and like you finish off the meal. It's late at night, evening time frame, and I've started to really enjoy just like I wouldn't drink it any other time, but a cup of decaf coffee. I'm like, ooh, I actually kind of really like this. I'm getting.
I'm a decaf guy. I mean, not like by default, but I do like it. I feel like I got into. I don't know why I went out of focus. If you're not watching on YouTube, you should. There we go. I don't know. I started it when I was fasting. When I fast, I allow coffee. Some people don't, and that's what I would do at night. I would just have a cup of coffee. Nice. Yeah, I'm a fan. It's more my cup of tea, if you will.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
We're talking about tea, but we're talking about coffee because we don't drink
talking
tea.
about cups.
America.
Mm-hmm. America.
You're just on full coffee all the time because you got to be on a
I like decaf. I do decaf. Like if you go to dinner and like they go, hey, do you want any coffee? I always get decaf.
And then he asks himself, am I doing it right? And is social media net positive?
Those are the 2 questions.
Wouldn't know.
Trey's asked himself.
Wouldn't know. No, I'm decaf guy. You know what I started drinking in the afternoons though is I am a tea guy. I like green tea.
Ooh, green tea is nice.
I like green tea.
I do like green tea. Oh yeah.
In Ukraine, they call that chai.
Chai.
Kai is hello in Japan, or okay. Kai. Can I get the Mongolian barbecue? Kai. What? Why are you bowing and yelling at the same time?
Wait, is that actually okay?
Yeah, Kai.
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 I'm trying to say like
I think it's Kai.
Okay.
Kai. They really like me. They really like me around here. I went yesterday to get chow, and I was out on like the river peninsula, and there's cats everywhere. Like there's just like it's a cat paradise. Like it's unbelievable. And there's this, I guess it's rude to call them Chinamen. So strike that from the record. But there's an elderly Japanese woman standing there And I'm like, I can get through this language barrier, like no problem. So first you get louder, right? And then you do stuff with your hands, and that always translates languages. So I like take the phone and I'm like, photo? And I'm like pointing at the phone, and she's just like smiling, like holding her umbrella. And so then I stage the other 3 Marines. I'm like, here, stand here. And I like open the camera app, and I'm like showing like, look how you can see the people. I'm like, push this button. And it's like a lot of like north, south and bowing and kite. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go over here. So like I go over there, and she's like smiling real big and like laughing at the big, tall white man. And so then I look, and like all 4 of her fingers, like right over the lens. So I go back and I like pull her fingers down, and I'm like, look, like, see, I'm like, this button. And she's like, kite. I go back over, and she's like, ha, 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 and like hands me the phone back. I'm like, thank you, konnichiwa. And I go to leave, and I look at the phone. I just have like 3 pictures of her hand. Like you can't see like no one.
Good looking hand though.
Great hand. She's probably 120. Jeff can picture this whole thing going down.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish I was there so I could see the interactions between the Okinawans and Grant.
Yeah, it's fun.
Jeff, have you been to mainland Japan?
By the way, they also don't speak Spanish, in case you're trying.
I figured.
See.
Yeah, see.
I wonder how is the Okinawa culture like much different than like mainland Japan, or do you know?
I do know.
Yeah,
but Jeff knows better.
No,
go ahead, Jeff.
No. I do know it is like a little. I don't remember all the intricacies of it, but yeah, it's a little different, vibe.
So I asked my XO, because they know everything the CO doesn't know, and I'm like, so this is like their Hawaii, right? And he's like, no, sir, Hawaii's their Hawaii. Japanese people love Hawaii. I was like, but this is like their Hawaii. He's like, no, this is their Florida. And I was like, oh, so this is redneck. And anyway, yeah, that was that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I think
that's a great way to put it.
You put that in terms that I understand.
Ron Konnichiwa DeSantis is the mayor out here. Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
They deport all the Chinamen to Rhode Island. In Japan, they call that Fuji. Konnichiwa. I finally get to say konnichiwa, and it counts. But it's like different times of the day. In the morning, you're supposed to say Ohio. I'm like, why are we talking about the Midwest?
Buckeye.
And then in the afternoon, you say konnichiwa. And at dinner, I forget what you say.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Yeah, kimchi.
Is that actually what it is?
It's Ohio, konnichiwa, and what is the other one? Gozaimasu, right?
Ohio gozaimasu.
Did you say what time it is?
Ohio gozaimasu, I think, is good evening or good night.
Ohio gozaimasu. Everything's drawn out. Konnichiwa. Yeah. I love, that's my favorite one. When it's Ohio like noon, I'm like, this base is about to get so many konnichiwas.
Wait, what's good evening? Ohio consignment? What is it?
Yeah, Ohio's on consignment.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. That, yeah. That's another thing. Yeah, my dad also
you would know
some Japanese.
You spent a decent time over there.
Yeah.
Me? Oh no, I was there for 3 days.
It's 3 days longer than I've been there.
All right, Trey, why don't you bring this bad Larry in for a landing?
No saved rounds. Going once, going twice. Sold. Okay, ladies and germs, you've been listening to episode 069 of the
Okay
podcast. I always like to thank our sponsor, BW Tax. Good guy, better at taxes. If you haven't started preparing for your 2026 tax returns, you're already late. So get on it. Give him a call. Thanks, Obama. Also, I thank our other sponsor, Mr. Helmet. Green Helmet. What's his name? Gridiron Green Helmet guy.
Green. Yeah, Mr. Helmet. That works.
Small helmets, big helmets.
Yeah.
Small helmets, big helmets. He's got them all. Look at the link below. You should see him there. Also, while you're down there looking at that link, look at the other link. It is to the Slack channel. Use code OK. Get $10 off. Talks about lifting, love, being silly. You can do it all there. Go to, most importantly, www.theokpodcast.com. You will find all the social media links that you can like and subscribe to. Find us on YouTube. Give us a follow there. Most probably have our individual social media accounts. It is a net positive for society.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow Grant's buddy. Grants _ buddy.
Is that a real one? I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, Coach, I miss anything.
Hey, life rule. Well, go ahead.
What are we powered by?
The Strength Co.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm unable to hang the flag up. I tried a bunch. Concrete walls don't like push pins, and I had these like 3M things that kept falling down. So we'll figure that out. www.thestrength.co or thestrengthco.com also works. Go in, buy you some USA made gear. Go get the new t-shirt for those about to squat. We salute you. And if you haven't bought one, remember to ask yourself, am I doing it right? Because if you are, it works better. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.